guys, what's up? What is good? It is Marie Campbell. I'm back and I'm showing you how I got this synthetic hair. Yes, it's synthetic hair looking so natural. I got sent this hair from an online retail store called GEARBEST, and they sell loads of appliances on there, so electrical appliances and also hair. So I chose this red hair and they sent it to me, so this is a paid promotion video. And this red hair, it came packaged quite tightly and I had to end up like detangling it when I took it out of the hairnet. So that's what I'm doing right now. And then you see it just catches a few knots, so I just brushed it out a little bit, but knotting is normally likely in synthetic hair anyway, but it's got a beautiful shine to it and it combs through pretty easily, and the bounce in the curls are beautiful, guys. That's just me there looking cute. So after brushing it, I am able to run my hands through it easily. I'm happy about that, and there wasn't a lot of falling out either. So that's all the fallout that I got, which is real good. It's real good, guys. Let's take a closer look at the lace. So I've got a few baby hairs at the front, and then those are the sides. Inside there are two clips around the front edges, and then there's an elastic band around the back that you can adjust as well. This synthetic wig is a lace frontal, and it also has a section where there's a parting. Now we're going to start customizing. So I'm going to place my wig onto my wig head, and using some dressmaking pins, I'm just going to pin down the lace onto my wig head so it doesn't move while I start tempering with the hair. The hairline at the front top already kind of looks natural, but I'm just going to take out some hair from the edges. I'm just going to part along the side just up to where the tracks are shown. It is quite hard to part the hair, especially because of the curls, because they easily end up knotting together the curls, but you just have to brush through them a little bit. And then on that line that I've parted, I'm just going to pluck away little by little. What I do, I pluck a little section on one part of the line, and then I give a gap of hair, and then I pluck a section away again, and then leave a gap of hair, pluck a section away again. After you've done that, you should get quite a jagged looking effect like what I've got there, and then I'm just going to brush out what I've plucked out of that parting. I'm going to part again and then do the same technique, but this time don't pluck exactly next to where you previously plucked, or else you'll get a big gaping hole in your lace. What you want to do, you want to pluck next to the gaps of hair that you left in the previous parting, so you can get a natural gradient. You just repeat this method until you get to the front of your hairline. FYI, it will be a little annoying brushing out the hair once you've plucked out parts, because if the hair that you've plucked out will end up tangling on the end, so just be a bit patient with it, and maybe keep a pair of scissors handy. Now, as you can see, the edges of my frontal are much thinner than what they used to be here on the other side, which hasn't been plucked yet. Right, so I'm going to fast forward. I've finished plucking all of the hairline of my frontal, just doing final touches. I did end up plucking a bit more off of my frontal after I tried it on. It's just up to personal preference how much you want to take off. Well, after doing all that brushing and plucking, the ends of the front hairs ended up being really fluffy, and I couldn't see on the website anywhere about the hair being able to handle heat. So I'm just going to do a little test, and I've put my straighteners on the heat of 130, so I'm just going to quickly run it over the hair to see how it reacts. That was a light pass, and it has taken off most of the bushiness, so it is able to take on low heat. So I'm just going to do another pass just to get it looking nice and silky like how it previously was. Look at that, it's looking awesome, back to its silkiness. You can also use curlers on the hair. I will be showing you how to do that later on in the video. Before I try it on again, I'm going to carefully take off the lace. I'm just going to test how the curls fit around my face, and I ended up not liking how they did sit around my face, so I changed the curl pattern using my Remington curling wand. I'm going to show you quickly how I achieved these natural bouncy curls on the hair. I would say before you do curl it, if you do have some bushiness on the section that you're wanting to curl, then I suggest that you fully straighten it so it's nice and sleek, and then go over the hair and curl it. This is so you won't have no kind of bushiness in the hair once it's got its curl pattern. So using my curling wand, I'm just going to wrap it around and hold it for a couple of seconds, and then once you've taken it off, you want to hold it up in the air so that the curls take to the pattern that you want, because if you let it go straight away, then the curl pattern will pretty much just fall out. So you just hold it for a little while and then let it go, and you should get that nice curly curl pattern that you're wanting to achieve. Now you can either do this with the wig on your head or with the wig on the wig cap, whichever is easier for you. Right, now I've got my curls. I'm actually going to cut the hair and layer it how I prefer it. So using my scissors, I'm going to use it in a diagonal downward direction. This is so I can get those layers going from the top of my head downwards, and try not to pull on the ends of your hair too much because the hair is curled at this point. So you don't want to put it too much and then you end up cutting off more than you thought. So I'm just going to do that all across my hair until I get it to how I like it. When you finally get your cut right, you might see that you want to add back some curls, so I just went ahead and did some of that. Also, when your curls have set and you brush it through, you end up getting so much more voluminous curls, like what I'm about to show you soon. So check how tight the curls are now, and then after brushing them, they got so much body. Look at the body. We're finally onto the install of my favourite part. So I'm just going to brush my edges up out of the way because we're not trying to lose no edges out here, okay? It's keep your edges 2018. So I'm going to move my wig cap over the top of my edges. Then I'm just going to put on this wig and adjust the clips and this elastic band at the back, making sure it fits on nicely. Even though I haven't laid it, the hair already looks pretty much natural in this state anyway, which is getting me gassed. I'm getting gassed. Anyway, I'm going to put the hair up out of the way of my face and using my Got To Be spray. This is like heaven to me because it lays my wig so quickly, like in an instant. So I just sprayed that on my forehead. And after one layer, I spread it around with my finger. And then after I've spread that around, I add a second layer on top. And then spread that around again. I wait for it to get a little tacky and then I start positioning my wig into place. So once I get it down onto where I've positioned my Got To Be glue spray, I use the end of my rat tail comb and just press it down. I prefer using the end of my comb so that my hands don't end up getting extra sticky. And now I just do the same to the rest of the frontal that I need to lay. You can install your frontal all in one, so spray the whole of your forehead and then add on the wig. But I decided not to do it like that today because I still need to customize the sides of the wig to fit around my ears. So I'm just spraying up to the point just by my ears so that I have enough space to cut off the excess that is not needed. Now on the sides I took off the edge part of the hair so I can see where I'm cutting, so I can cut around my ear. I feel like it's easier to do it on my head rather than on a wig head, just so you can get it to fit around your ear better. But it's up to you how you do it. This is how I prefer to do it. Now that it fits much better around my earlobe, I'm going to finally lay down that edge with my Got To Be spray, and then that'll be the first part of my install. If you prefer, you can actually go up and out the door with your frontal looking like this. It is looking a hella natural, hairline looking good. But if you want some baby hairs, I'm going to show you how to do that too. So using my rat tail comb, I'm going to take out some small sections of hair at the front. And these are going to be the sections that I will be cutting in order to get my baby hairs looking right. To be safe, put the rest of your hair up out of the way. You don't want to snip none of that off, okay? Now I'm going to just use the same diagonal motion when I cut this hair out. And I tend to cut off less than I need to. This is just in case so I don't get shorter baby hairs than I expected. Now that the hair is about this length, I will use my Got To Be Glued gel, the black one, and use that to start slicking the hair and position it in place using either like this back combing brush or a toothbrush, whatever your preference is. And yeah, I'm just going to get my pattern. You might end up cutting a few long pieces as you go along. That's what I ended up doing. It's better doing it that way, again, so you don't get shorter baby hairs than you would like. So yeah, you just get your pattern this way. also find that using the got to be glued on your baby hairs also reinforces the wig, like it just keeps it on your head even more. That's why I prefer to use it on my baby hairs instead of actually using it to install my frontal, because using it to install the frontal I end up having to wash the lace out more, and the lace just ends up getting dirtier quicker and ends up getting bad quicker. But with the spray, because it doesn't leave as much residue as the got to be gel, I end up being able to go longer without having to clean out the lace. And the quickness of the spray is absolutely amazing, because it's just like 5 minutes to lay down your frontal, an extra 5 minutes if you're going to be putting on your baby hair, so it definitely takes away time in your morning routine. Here is a close-up of my customized hairline. It is looking well natural, guys. Well good. Loving it. And I didn't even have to wrap my hair to keep it down like this. I literally just did everything that I had to do and then went. But now I'm just going to brush my hair to the side. I want to figure out where I want my side parting. Bringing back my rat tail comb, I'm going to part where I want my parting. Then with my tweezers I will pluck along that line, along that parting, so that I get a nice visible part. I also find that using this kind of bristle brush to brush out the hair works better. There we have it, the parting is done. Now because the hair is kind of sitting flat on my head, I want to add a bit more volume to the front, so I'm going to blow dry the hair backwards, so that when I do move it to the side I have that lift at the front. You guys will see what I'm talking about soon. Did you see that? Do you see the lift that I was talking about earlier? That is what I'm talking about, the volume. I am loving it. I am in love with this hair. The install was really easy. Customizing it is going to be one of the hardest parts of getting this wig looking hella natural, but it also ends up being one of the most profitable parts, because you end up looking hella good. Like, look at this hair, giving me mermaid vibes right now. Ariel, I'm coming for your spot. My little mermaid were right here, okay? Thank you guys for watching this tutorial. Make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe. I will be doing more videos. Check out my vlogs as well, my life of a fashion student vlogs, and I will see you next time on my YouTube channel. So bye everyone.